Hey guys, what's up? Chris the Asian here. I've been getting a lot of questions, this and that, CPUs, what kind of CPU to get. Should I get a dual core? Should I get a quad core? Should I get those motherboards that accepts 2 quad cores so you have 8 cores total? Um, Honestly, let me break it down to you. Back in the day, I'm not keeping up to date, but back in the day, we had single core processors. And with that, think of it this way: once a single core, think about it as just one lane of traffic going back and forth. So you can imagine it being kind of cluttered. And then there's dual core, which is like a 2 lane road where information can go back and forth, or so forth and so forth. I know this is kind of a bad analogy, but I'm trying to explain it where y'all can get a visual understanding. So bear with me. And having a quad core, depending what quad core you get, there's the Intel quad core and then there's the AMD true quad core. Only thing I can tell you is that with quad core, it's like 4 lanes of traffic, going back and forth, back and forth. Now, the whole argument between the quad core and AMD and the quad core for Intel only uses like sort of like saying 2 lanes of traffic for 4 cores, so it's like 2 per each lane, while AMD has a quad core and each core has its own little lane of information going back and forth and whatnot. Honestly, well, you gotta think of it this way. Yeah, Intel does have 4 cores, but it's utilizing 2 lanes of traffic, I guess you can say. But it's a bigger, like say it's a bigger highway system. It's a bigger road for 2 things to go back and forth. So, but I'm not an AMD fan. I'm not an Intel fan. I just use what's good at the time. Right now, I prefer Intel, and I used to be the biggest AMD fan. Say, fuck Intel. I don't care about that shit. And I had my problems with Intel, but now it's gotten so advanced that Intel is the best bang per buck. Honestly, to me. For value, AMD would be it, I guess. Honestly, to pick a processor, I would say the Q6600. Yeah, there's a Q9300, there's the Q9770 or Extreme or whatever, but the best quad core and the best, I guess you can say, power per buck or horsepower per buck would be the quad core Q66. On Newegg, it's like $180, and you can get and there's like dual core processors that are around that price too. So you might as well just invest in it, even though the dual core has a higher clock frequency. Let's say I have the E6750, but I overclocked it to 3.2. At stock, it's 2.66. With the Q66 is 2.4, but you can overclock it and stuff like that. You can overclock it probably. It just depends on the CPU, but you can probably overclock it up to 3.0 gigahertz. And most of y'all probably thinking, oh, the Q66 has a 1066 front side bus, but the Q93 has 1333 front side bus. Yeah, that's true, but when you overclock, you actually increase that front side bus a little bit. And so, you're probably thinking get 1333, it's faster, but if you're going to do any overclocking, you might as well, just get a quad core and overclock it. I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail. Reason why? Because I multitask a lot. I game too, but I say the best investment would be a quad core. Just get a quad core. Don't worry about dual cores. Oh, people say, oh, it's overkill. Oh, you don't need that unless you're doing hard, applications or whatever. I don't know what to say to those people that say that or think that, but what's 2 more cores gonna hurt? 4 cores compared to dual. Oh, and you probably get this too. Yeah, games out there are not utilizing quad core. The newer games are, or some of them will, but honestly, just invest in a quad core. What's having a few extra horsepower underneath the hood? You know what I mean? So, just I guess get a best quad core, I think, to buy and for value would be the Q6600. If you have the money to get the extreme processors that are like $1,500, knock yourself out, seriously. But if you're a first time builder or whatever, go with the Q6600. hopefully this helps, and take it easy.